Are you fed up with losing money? Trading cryptocurrencies. Sign up for my free trading AI and receive over 50 monthly returns on investment. The URL is included in the description. Is Henman's speech a statement of his opinions? What can we expect from the synopsis? The decision in the SEC's Ripple case. Last but not least, despite recent attempts to perform a breakout from the big descending channel meeting resistance, XRP remains in an extended slump. Will XRP be available this week? Continue reading to the end to find out more. More to accommodate the increasing demand from diverse platforms, a decentralized system based on Solana. Oracle Solutions has made an XRP price feed available. This project is expected to boost XRP exposure by delivering real-time XRP price information to a variety of platforms. As a result, smart contracts on various blockchains may now access the real-time XRP pricing in US dollars. For those unfamiliar with the Python network, it is an Oracle solution that provides real-time high-quality data streams to decentralized apps and smart contracts. The platform collects and validates data from a variety of sources, including traditional financial institutions, and makes it available to developers in the form of a chain for decentralized applications that rely on precise and current pricing. Price and information feeds are critical. In contrast, John Deaton, the father of crypto law and an XRP enthusiast, shared his perspective on William Hendon's disputed 2018 speech as a former director of the Securities and Exchange Commission's Corporation Finance Division, refuting the SEC's assertion that Hyman's remark was primarily about XRP. His point of view. Deaton reiterated this in a recent tweet. Hyman's heated remark was heavily influenced by senior SEC officials and should not be considered as such. The Pro-XRP Council alleges that 52 drafts and 63 emails from senior SEC officials are included in Hyman's speech, which was written in 1963. In total, there are 52 drafts and emails. That's a lot of drafts, according to the lawyer, and feedback from my perspective. According to Deaton, in a reply to a tweet he wrote in July 2022 discussing a document's email chain from the previous year, only the Ethics Office and Ethics Chief Denise Serrano was not included in the email conversation, which included Hyman's materials. Meanwhile, the crypto community has responded to Deaton's most recent tweet. Former SEC attorney Mark Fagel posted a comment to the article. Fagel proposed a contemporary suggestion to Deaton at the Securities and Exchange Commission. According to Fagel, any statement made by an SEC officer that is not part of an enforcement action or a rulemaking approved by 5 SEC commissioners is considered the speaker's personal view. He questioned why people are still unable to understand the SEC's perspective on the subject in response to Deaton's emphasis that people understand the concept. Judge Sarah Nedburn chastised them when he argued that the SEC's arguments are always transactional. A federal district judge has previously accused the commission's attorneys of violating the law. Deaton's most recent words highlight the issue surrounding Hyman's 2018 Yahoo Finance All Market Summit addresses. During the speech, Hyman specifically stated that Bitcoin and Ethereum were not securities. The speech drew attention from the cryptocurrency community after Ripple requested the documents that led to its development. Remember that following Ripple's mention. The SEC maintained in the document that the speech reflected Hyman's opinion, not the commissioner's, and the report contained internal SEC conversations surrounding the speech, which Deaton has continued to dispute. The SEC later altered its position after Judge Sarah Nedburn denied the agency's request to seal the files, but would Hyman's documents trigger a settlement? It is worth noting that Judge Annalisa Torres has just ordered that Hyman's documents be released. Recently, as indicated before in a ruling after the Directive Ripple Co., Brad Garlinghouse declared that the Business Legal Counsel will ensure that human materials were made available to the public without redactions. According to reports, the address will be made public on June 1st. However, Henman's materials may never be made public due to persistent speculations that the SEC and Ripple may settle before the deadline. It is unclear whether the parties are discussing specifics at this time of a possible settlement. Furthermore, the recent decision by Judge Annalisa Torres regarding the SEC and Ripple's request to seal summary judgment files and related exhibits, including William Hendon's dockets, has ignited a new discussion in the XRP community. Many XRP advocates believe Judge Torres will give summary judgment in the second Ripple case if the parties do not provide publicly accessible versions of the papers with redactions. Others, on the other hand, believe that the final decision might be made at any time, even before the summary judgment records are made public. As the debate continues, one ex-Sappy supporter took to Twitter to ask Jeremy Hogan a question. Fred and John Deaton. Fortunately, 3 well-known attorneys who have been following the case for their comments have been consulted. Tim France has solicited input from these XRP lawyers on whether Judge Torres' sealing order will influence when she issues a summary decision. I reached this conclusion in a tweet a few days ago. Attorney Hogan responded to the question by stating that Judge Torres is not required to wait for the parties to submit publicly redacted versions of the exhibits and summary judgment materials before making a final decision in the Ripple action. Hogan, an associate at Hogan & Hogan, emphasized that the court frequently waits until the parties have submitted their paperwork before rendering a decision after June 13th, when the SEC and Ripple are expected to publish publicly redacted copies of the files. The well-known attorney who has closely followed the lawsuit and declared that he will not hold his breath. As previously noted, Judge Torres rendered a decision on the parties' petitions to co-record about summary judgment applications and relevant evidence. The most important aspect of the decision was made in response to the Secretary's request to hold internal discussions about Heineman's contentious 2018 speech, which is known as Heineman's Ducks seal on June 6, 2023. The parties were required to make the records public as a result of Judge Torres' judgment, though Judge Torres quickly accepted the SEC's and Ripple's requests for a 1-week extension of the deadline. Over the weekend, there was a heated debate among XRP community members about why the parties requested an extra week to release the records. Some said that the extra time would allow the parties to discuss the parameters of a potential settlement. Deaton and other supporters, on the other hand, argue that the length of the paperwork the parties must produce to comply with the wait order is unavoidable. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse estimated that the case would be resolved before the end of September 2023. However, no precise date has been set for Judge Torres to make a summary decision. A summary decision will be rendered by the end of the year, according to the blockchain startup. It should be noted that Torres will decide when to issue the summary decision. I'd like to tell you a little bit about Dexpo. Before I go any further, a market maker is a self-contained liquidity provider and Bitcoin decentralization. Someone providing their crypto assets to a platform helps to trade. In exchange, you receive incentives in the form of fees on trades done on that platform, which many people regard as a form of passive income, and you can obtain it if you utilize Dexpo. It is necessary to develop the ability to provide liquidity to decentralized platforms such as Uniswap, SushiSwap, and others. Using the spool, clear the path. You can get a special welcome if you sign up for DexSpool through the link in the video description. Bonus: you might receive up to 100 Zappy with this offer. A 10-day liquidity bonus is available. The offer has a limit. This bonus will be offered to you anytime you make a deposit. The big question of the day is whether XRP will be successful this week. Please remember to press the notification button. Also, subscribe to our channel to be the first to learn about new developments with XAPY since it fell from a high of 58 cents. XRP has been in a long-term downtrend since late March. The bears have fought every attempt to stage a comeback, and recent efforts by the asset to recover have been highlighted. CryptoRand, a well-known cryptocurrency trader, said so by citing an XRP daily chart. CryptoRands emphasized that the asset experienced significant resistance when attempting to break free from the current negative trend line, particularly XRP has recently seen substantial growth. From May 16th through today, the asset recovery effort was met with resistance at 47 cents, resulting in periodic dips. The bears abruptly ended a further breakout attempt, denying XRP the opportunity to record 8 consecutive daily winning candles with a huge 3.15% drop. Since the start of today, the asset has continued to peel off the gains earned during the most recent campaign, the asset's last line of defense against the downturn. To avoid more losses, the previous lows seen on May 5th are around the 45-cent range. XRP has properly protected this region. iDreg, another well-known chartist, also drew attention to XRP's current short-term negative position as the asset trades in a downward channel. The analysts noted a pattern that began after it fell from its late March peak, which is consistent with Cryptorand's appraisal of the issue. To put things in context, a bearish pattern is a descending channel that denotes a consistent decrease in the price of an item. Two trend lines that are parallel upper trend line connecting lower highs and a lower trend line connecting lower lows. Lows are frequently used to indicate this. A breakthrough from the channel pattern would indicate a likely trend reversal. The top trend line, which functions as a resistance, has resisted attempts to create a breakthrough positively, as seen on the eBreaks chart. According to Greg, the assets might lose value at this rate and fall to 42 cents, with a decline to 37 cents still possible. According to the expert, an approaching breakout would be signaled if XRP closed above 52 cents and 58 cents on Tuesday. The time frame for the day is early. XRP's long-term pricing target. According to Igres, he is still hopeful. As previously reported, the expert predicted that the asset will climb by 30,000% shortly. Meanwhile, the price of XRP is 45 cents, up 3.39% in the last week, with $995 million in 24-hour transaction volume, trailing only Bitcoin and Ethereum, making XRP the third most traded non-staple coin. So, gentlemen, the video has come to an end. Please remember to like the video if you enjoyed it. Remember to click the notification ring and subscribe. I believe that sharing this video with as many people as possible helps the YouTube algorithm. As you possibly can, will also assist in enlightening others in the same way that you have been enlightened. Let's get the word out about these men. If you are a serious cryptocurrency fan, don't miss any of our articles. We'll talk about the latest news. This has an impact on our entire community. We'll see you tomorrow.